Hi, this is Rob with Notebookforums, and today we're going to be looking at the Asus N82JQ. Notice it has a stylish brown lid, and also the lid does pick up some fingerprints there. So Asus includes a cleaning cloth with it, so you can make good use of that. On the left side of the notebook, you've got USB 3. You can tell by the blue. It's USB 3, and that is one of the features of this notebook, because very few notebooks actually have this right now. USB 3 is a future standard. It's a current standard, but there are very few peripherals currently using it. But as soon as more catch on, you can use them right there, or you can use the existing ones. HDMI, VGA. This is the vent here, where all the hot air comes out of here. So if you're left-handed, if you're using a mouse on this side, right like this, then you're going to feel, I can feel some hot air right here, right now on my hand because it's on. So just to let you know, especially if you're gaming, you're going to get a lot of hot air on that hand. This is the power input. Notice there's nothing on the back, nothing at all, just the battery here. Just the battery. Over here on the right hand side, you've got the DVD drive. And then you have this mysterious hatch. And inside the mysterious hatch, aside from the light from the LCD right now, you've got two more USB ports, and these are just standard USB 2. You can see this has a black strip, not a blue one. And then this one is also shared with eSATA, and then Ethernet. I'm not sure exactly why Asus put this little flap in here. I'm guessing because it looks a little bit more stylish, more svelte when it's closed. Let's see. But if you're using anything, you got anything plugged in here, and I tend to have more than one USB device plugged in at once, and since there's only one on the other side and two here, you're most likely going to have this open if you got anything plugged in. Or if you're using Ethernet, it's just going to be sort of hanging out like that, which, I don't know, doesn't seem as attractive to me, but that's their engineering decision. In the front you have a multi-card reader, and you have a physical wireless switch right here. Now this notebook has an Intel Core i7 processor. It's got a quad core, which is pretty impressive. One of the few 14-inch notebooks to have a quad core processor. And you can see the little USB 3 sticker there. And quad-core processor actually makes it quite powerful. As a matter of fact, it performs well in pretty much everything I ran it through as far as benchmarks. You can see also it has a NVIDIA GT335M graphics card. And right now it's in standby. Let's put that back up. And the combination of the quad-core processor and the NVIDIA graphics card makes it able to handle pretty much anything you want to throw at it. Let's see, we'll start that back up. See, the screen is quite nice. It's very reflective, as you can see my reflection off the screen. And you will see, however, that because it's so reflective, it actually has some difficulty when you get off to the side there. You can see much more reflections than what's actually on the screen. And the same with over here. So you really want to be looking at the screen as dead center as possible. Now at the moment you can see it's a very nice clean desktop. However, when it came, it wasn't installed that way. It was installed when it first booted up, and incidentally it does boot up fairly fast. According to a program I use called Saludo that measures the boot up speed, it boots within between a minute to a minute and 30 seconds for everything, including all the hidden processors that you are going to see on most boots. Had a whole line of things there and there, different icons for things that Asus had installed. A couple of the more annoying ones are the Trend Micro virus program, which requires you to register, and the backup. An interesting thing is that even though Asus provided backup CDs for the drivers, they did not provide backup CDs for the operating system, so you do have to make your own. The keyboard here is a chiclet style, as you can tell. It has a little bit of flex. You can sort of tell that as I'm pushing down these keys here. A little bit of flex, but not too much, and I was able to get used to it fairly easy. It wasn't too difficult. Touchpad is multi-touch enabled. I found that if you use too strong finger touches, if you're pushing down too hard, that it sort of makes the mouse go, you can see how it's sort of jittery like that. However, the multi-touch does tend to work. One of their examples, they actually have a little label here, and the label says 3 different types of multi-touch gestures you can use. One of them is if you tap with 3 fingers, it's supposed to bring up a right-click menu, so let's try that here. There we go. And that brought up the menu nicely. Here we go into Windows 7 Preferences, which of course you don't really need to know about. One of the weaknesses of this notebook is that it gets very, very short battery life. If I go over the battery life here, see it says 1 hour and 34 minutes. Let's see if I can zoom in any more here. See if you can see that. Okay, so it's got really very short battery life compared to most 14-inch notebooks. I would say that's the strongest weakness in this unit, but it is quite powerful. And so overall, I'd recommend this unit for gamers who want a smaller unit, who aren't interested so much in the 15 or 17-inch models, or maybe you just don't have room for them. Or for people who want some power and want a computer that is easy to take on the go. And it is quite easy to take on the go. It's 5 pounds, and it's very evenly balanced. When you pick it up, you can pick it up with one hand, and it's very easy to do so. There's no particular difficult balance spots on it. You can see here, let's see. Like I said, very easy to hold, easy to carry around with you. So that is the Asus N82JQ. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.